What up, everybody? MegaHurtz here. I'm here with ill.Gates.
Hi there.
And he's getting ready to go on here in Detroit, and I'm going to ask him a few questions. First question I have for you is, what got you motivated to start making this kind of music?
I'd always been making music since I was a kid. I got my first sampler when I was like 7 years old and would sample like pots and pans and farts and stuff. And I was just like, you know what? This is fun. I'm into this. And then growing up, I listened to all kinds of music, like lots of hip hop and then lots of really weird experimental music. And then I liked a lot of Jamaican music and like dub and techno and all of that. And I was really kind of hoping that there was a kind of like form of like fusion between experimental music and dub and hip hop, and just kind of kept going at it. And lucky for me, that seems to be what people are into now. So I got a head start on them, and here I am.
That's cool. That's cool. I've been watching your tutorial series on Facebook, and you want to elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, well, basically, I set up a streaming rig so when I sit down in the studio, anytime I sit down, I just turn it on and start going. So, I mean, I have like lots of tutorials and stuff that I do that are tutorials, but most of the time when you see me streaming on Facebook, I'm just another day at the office, right? But yeah, it's a fun way to kind of show people like what goes into actually creating the music, and maybe they can get some ideas from it and stuff. And I've really found it's a great way to connect with people. And a lot of people, especially if they're just coming up, I mean, you can go to school and like learn what all the knobs do and the theory behind everything, but actually like there's no substitute for actually like being in the studio and seeing something come together. And it's a good way for people to kind of get a taste of that and just see what the whole process looks like.
Speaking of music, you've got some new tracks coming out. You want to talk about those?
Yeah. I've been releasing a lot of tracks. I started doing this mixtape series with my students, so I do one a month for that. And those are just free downloads on SoundCloud. And then I have a remix EP that just came out for my track "Flying" with Stefan Jacobs and Jackie Rain. And we held a remix competition that was crazy. We got like 5,000 people that entered. It was insane. So the EP from that is, pretty good. The competition was crazy. So we just put that out, and then I'm about to release the first of 2 singles from my new album, Departures. So the first single is Cthulhu, and the second single is Bamboo. And then the album is most likely coming like late April, early May, but it depends on how fast we get the masters back and everything. But it's done. It's ready. I'm stoked.
Do you want to talk about your new label you're launching?
Yeah. I started this label, Producer Dojo, that to showcase the work of my students, because I figured, I don't know, I really wasn't trying to start a music school, So it's more of just like an educational experiment, I guess, in the possibilities of the internet. And I figured that, most kind of schools really like, they're like, hey, these are our instructors. Our instructors are so amazing. Like, look at our instructors. And I was just like, how come nobody focuses on the students? Like, let me see what people coming out of your school are doing, So I decided that I would start a record label for my students when they start getting good enough to release, and it gives them something to work towards and stuff. And then, between all of the training and going back and forth with me finishing the tracks, I really get them to my specifications and get lots of good stuff to play my DJ sets out of it as well.
That's badass. So where can people find you and find out more information about your label, about your tutorials, all this stuff?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ill.Gates.com. Nice and simple. You can get my discography for free there, real easy. And then my school is producerdojo.com, and I run a blog there as well. And then I've been hosting a weekly music workshop at thebreakthroughworkshop.com, and that one's focusing on just like breaking through writer's block and getting over the hump real quick, and getting your hands dirty and getting some results.
Badass. All right. Well, we're here with MegaHurtz and ill.Gates, and we'll catch up with you online. Peace.
Peace out.